the French. But he's a crappy blue hedgehog.
That's what you said the night was cooler.
No. They're both the same amount of ugly, but it doesn't look like a JPEG. This is kind of
does look like a JPEG. Welcome to the BroadBoys podcast. I'm Cade. This is Micah.
Hi.
And today we're about to have a strong start, just like the Summer Games Fest did with LEGO Horizons.
Such a bad way to put that.
No, what do you mean? That was great. It's like we just finished seeing what Summer Game Fest had in store. We are in between the Xbox showcase and potentially a Nintendo Direct later in the month. But we did see the Summer Games Fest, and we do have a bit to talk about from that both of us enjoyed. Some things I liked, some things you liked, some things neither of us liked.
Yes.
But there's certainly something, that's for sure.
It was something.
Which actually might be the best way to put that show.
Certainly
something.
I like Jeff Keighley.
Good for you, man. You know, I think Jeff Keighley has fit into his role very well. I think he's taken this character.
He's very handsome.
That too. You know, I wasn't thinking about that angle, but, you know, on the look scale, he's definitely above average.
I'd go out with him if you asked.
Well, Jeff, if you... invitation's open, I guess.
Jeff, I'm down. I like Texas Roadhouse.
Is he paying?
I'd pay. I mean, but if you would like to, we can go anywhere. But I like Texas Roadhouse.
Okay. Well, great. Since you love Jeff Keighley so much, how about you break down what his moves were over the weekend?
Over the weekend?
Yeah.
Jeff didn't do a whole lot this weekend. He talked. He announced things, and then announced other people.
Any specifics you want to add to that?
No. I remembered everything right before we started this, and it's all just kind of...
Yeah.
Well, so I'm trying to remember what was actually there. There was no Silk Song.
Yeah, I know. The big hit for the Silk Song community.
Which hurts
you know. But, you know, it's been, 7 years at this point? There's only so many shots in the face you can take before you're just fine with it, right?
I still feel it every time.
Every time?
Every time.
You and many others.
I know.
Well, no Silk Song. But what there was a game made by the people who made Chivalry.
Yes.
Zombie game.
Yes.
Let me double check. Yeah.
It was No Place in Hell, I think.
No More
Room in Hell.
2.
No
More Room in Hell.
The
2.
Sequel to a game I've never heard of.
Not much to say. I don't really have much to say on that, except that
8-player co-op. We can get all of the friends I have.
All 8 of them.
And we can survive in a zombie apocalypse.
That's great. I think zombies just as a genre is in a low point right now. So maybe unless you want to count like Helldivers. The PvE.
I wouldn't call it a zombie game.
Yeah, exactly. It's like...
No, you're right. PvE games in general.
They're doing all right.
They're doing okay.
Yeah. They're not like at their peak like back in the 2010s.
Absolutely not.
But in terms of compared to recently, at least we have some.
It's true.
Yeah.
Rip Overwatch.
Okay, I don't know why you need to bring up... You don't need to bring up Overwatch in the picture there. There's a Harry Potter Quidditch game. I didn't care at all for that.
Which is really funny because Quidditch as rules don't make any sense.
Oh my gosh. Quidditch as a concept is the dumbest thing ever.
Can you imagine playing a game for 4 hours, right? It's neck and neck. The audience is watching it. It's fun. And then all of a sudden, over the loudspeakers, you hear, the snitch was caught in the third parking lot over. The game's done.
Yeah.
And it's like, well, why did I sit and watch a whole game?
You're gonna have throwers who are getting the getting the snitch when they're 16 points down or something like that, just ending the... Yeah. That was what happened in book 4, right?
Yeah.
He caught the snitch and ended the game when they were down
when
anyway.
They were down over 100 points.
Yeah, so I don't think giving people online the capability to do that is going to make for a fun game casually or competitive.
Maybe they changed the rules.
Hopefully.
Probably.
I'm not going to care enough to find out, personally. Next, we had the Choo Choo Charles developer make that Alien co-op game.
Yeah.
That actually looked pretty fun.
Really nice. I'm excited for it.
Looked like the next fad game,
It'll probably, yeah.
So I'd be down to try
that. As long as it's not too expensive.
What's your cutoff for something like that? $20?
$20.
Yeah.
I probably wouldn't go above $20.
See, I couldn't tell if that was more PvE or PvP.
It definitely felt more PvE,
But then they had some of the aliens taken on a helicopter and they shut it down and stuff. So it might be a team
it might
game.
Be, yeah.
I can see that. In any case, that's
a team game where you sabotage your friends.
Yeah, there we go. And it looked funny. And that was a big thing.
A fun party game.
Yes. Large fast-moving explosions.
Yes.
Throwing things against the wall and stuff.
I know.
That'll be funny.
Yeah.
Civilization 7.
Disappointment.
Really? I thought you would be excited for that one.
I played Civ 5. I played Civ 6. I don't want another Civ game. Am I crazy?
It should just be done?
No, it should be another 3 years.
When did Civ 6 come out?
I don't remember. 1 second.
Because, I mean, there are many games I feel like you could say that. But, I mean, I guess Civ feels more like a board game than a video game, if that makes sense. Or I think Mario Party would be the better way of putting it. Just the way I go into it. It's like, all right, I'm about to burn 5 hours.
It was 2016.
That's 8 years ago.
I know. It doesn't feel like 8 years ago because I still remember playing Civ 5.
Maybe your problem is you're just getting older. And the time feels like not long ago than it actually was.
I don't know. It's just, it feels weird that they're still releasing expansions for Civ 6 while announcing Civ 7. And especially when, Civ 6 still has issues that they haven't resolved since 2016.
Well, that's how they can resolve it, was with Civ 7. I doubt it, but...
I doubt it.
Who makes that game? 2K?
2K, yeah.
Okay, yeah. So. That was the big thing 2K was revealing. I thought it was going to be maybe another Borderlands or something.
I was hoping for another Borderlands game. Because at least, those you can play a lot, replay it with friends, and then you want more because it's still a static game, right?
Yeah.
I would have loved a new Borderlands or a Borderlands spin-off or something, but I guess they've done one of those in between, so...
Yeah.
Whatever.
I mean, personally, I don't care enough about Civ. I would never pay full price for a Civ game just because it's not,
Never.
Not exactly my thing. I'll dabble, but not really my thing. Then we got Black Myth Wukong, which I think...
I'm really excited for that game, and I was really hoping for more gameplay.
I think that was a theme from... and that's been a theme for a long time.
I know.
Just the cinematic trailers versus the gameplay trailers. But, I mean, we've known about Wukong for at least... It's been over a year.
Yeah. But they still barely released any gameplay footage. I think we have 5 minutes of it, which it looks sick. I'm really excited.
I'm sure it'll be great, but
Show me more.
Yeah.
You're already... They put up the pre-release stuff. You can pre-order it now, and they've only got 5 to 10 minutes of gameplay. I could be wrong, but I believe that's all that's been released.
I haven't seen anything.
I know.
So, that's where I'm at. I mean, it's... I don't know. It's interesting to see because games like Phantom Blade Zero, which were first announced at the Sony State of Play last year.
Yeah.
A big thing that made that stand out and a lot of people really interested in it was that it was a gameplay trailer. Right?
Yeah, absolutely.
And the gameplay looked sick, and I'm really glad we saw more of it at the Summer Games Fest.
It looks really good. It also wasn't enough.
Yeah.
All
right, you're talking about the Summer Games Fest today?
Yeah.
Sure, yes. I was hoping more for a release date, but
yeah,
I was happy with it.
I'm still thinking it will be this year.
We'll see.
It will be, but...
At this point, I don't put any bets on games coming sooner rather than later, because everything just gets announced way too early, and we just get cinematic trailers for 5 years, and then maybe a gameplay trailer, and then the game comes out and it sucks. But whatever. Next thing that interested me was Metaphor ReFantasio, which I've already talked about before, but Atlas RPG, UI looks awesome, it looks great. I love the job system they're doing.
Yeah.
It looks great. You can unlock the different jobs.
I think the announcement was really cool. It's not my game.
Yeah. But you can say it looks pretty.
It looks
the menus,
pretty.
Menus.
It looked very nice. It looked very
great.
nice. I think their announcement was very well done.
Yeah.
Basically, any of the actual producers who came up on stage and spoke, I think they all did a great job.
Yeah, I think so too. What about the Valorant devs? Because they announced Valorant for
console.
Was it console or just PlayStation
console.
5?
I think it's both consoles.
I was only seeing PlayStation 5.
Correct me if I'm wrong.
In the marketing, I was only seeing PlayStation 5. So listen, I don't know. I don't think that a tactical shooter on console is going to work well.
Why not?
All right,
you've got Warzone, you've got Siege.
Would you consider Warzone a tactical shooter?
If
that's
competitive, it's a competitive shooter. Well, I don't know, because I watched the gameplay that they released, and I was like, well, we're just watching Valorant gameplay. And then they said all of that was captured in their closed beta console tests. Yeah. And I'm like, I couldn't tell.
Yeah, I guess I couldn't tell either. But I don't know. Like, even playing Siege on console, when I look back at the Siege I played on Xbox,
yeah,
it was pretty rough.
We're back.
Our bad.
Oops.
Talk about fighting games for a while, basically. I geeked out about Street Fighter 6 and Capcom and SNK and all that.
It's okay, it was boring anyway.
Terry Bogard is in.
We can talk about one of my favorite games.
Yeah, great.
Kingdom Come Deliverance. I know you know nothing about it, and if you would like to play it, I have it. It's an RPG. It's
first person.
Historical.
Yep.
Yes. Medieval.
Yep.
And it's about this boy.
A boy.
His name is Henry. He's a blacksmith. But his daddy is killed by Mongol invaders.
Okay. The Mongols.
Yes.
We love the Mongols.
They're Cumans. There we go.
Oh, the Cumans. Sorry.
Yes.
We don't like the Mongols. We like the Cumans.
Well, they killed his dad.
Oh, so we don't like the Cumans.
No, we don't.
Okay. You sure?
I don't like them.
It's not a redemption story?
No, it's not. And Henry goes on this big adventure that you play to basically...
Revenge.
Which you get your revenge. Then there's a big battle, and then you run to get help from the king, because they're trying to overthrow the king. Anyway, that's where Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 comes in. So the reason why it's super cool is because in the first game, you don't know how to use a sword. You don't really know how to do anything, because you're just a blacksmith.
Yeah.
And you're a child, basically.
So you're following the same characters?
Young adult, yes.
Okay.
And so the first game is really this, like, get the coming of age story for this kid whose parents were slaughtered by Cumans. This next one is supposed to be him older. You have all those skills and stuff that you learned, and now you're on a bigger, sort of more...
Outside yourself?
Yeah, outside yourself story, right?
Okay.
Which is going to be super cool. I'm super excited. And what's really cool for any historic lovers, almost all of their buildings are detailed from real-life medieval buildings.
That's pretty dope.
It's really sick.
Yeah, I mean, like, it definitely wasn't the game I was expecting, just from how you described it in the past.
Yeah.
So, but I mean, it looked cool. I'll give it up.
It also has multi-directional combat system,
which means
your sword play. It's a full wheel, and you get to pick where.
Oh, like Skyward Sword from The Legend of Zelda.
No, but
I mean, in that one it matches the Wiimote, right? And it's like you full 360.
No, not quite, but sure.
Okay.
Sure, you know what?
It's sounding like Skyward Sword to me.
It's not Skyward Sword.
Okay.
You just offended whoever likes the game.
Sorry. Fine, continue.
Anyway, that was probably one of my favorite releases. Or more gameplay, I guess, because I already knew about it. But
you're just going to get a day one, you think?
I'm probably going to get a day one.
Yeah.
Probably.
Okay. I'll need to see a bit more or start playing through a lot of my other games.
That's fair.
Really give it a shot, I think.
Is there anything else big? Studios!
A lot of different studios.
Blumhouse Studio. A lot of indie horror.
Yeah, that'll be exciting.
Which I'm super excited.
I love indie horror.
I do too.
I think it's a great time. You get a Discord call.
Oh my goodness.
Run through the game.
I know. It's like the perfect date night, you and me.
Yeah. With like 5 other people, hopefully.
Well, it could just be you and me.
It could be. We'll revisit that idea. But yeah.
Fair enough.
But I mean, I can't hold your hand or anything.
Heart shattered.
Yeah,
you could be my little e-boy.
What does that make you?
Your e-daddy.
E-boy and e-dad?
Yeah.
We'll need to give that some time. We'll let that one cook.
Fair enough.
I'm not saying no, but just...
We'll think about it. We'll think about it. Rain check.
Future consideration, maybe.
Okay.
Something I was also excited for is the studio that made Stanley Parable.
Yes.
They have another game coming out called Wonder Stop.
Yep.
And, I wasn't, really vibing with it at the beginning, but it has a twist.
It has a twist,
which I love the way...
We don't know what it is.
We love the way that Stanley Parable does twists.
But there's a twist.
I'm excited about that one personally. Among Us TV show.
Woo!
Watching that one.
Yep. the first episode just to see if it's funny.
Yeah, there were some.
There's big names in it. I can't
Elijah
remember.
Wood was in that? Isn't that? Yeah, I'm just
That's
like.
Lord of the Rings.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's Frodo.
That's crazy.
I know.
I mean, good for them.
Are they going to have voices?
The trailer didn't show them
No,
having
they
voices.
don't have voices.
But I think
They must
there was
have
too many
voices.
actors on there for them to not have voices.
I know, you have too many people who are known for their voice.
Yeah.
To not be
To not
voices.
be voices. Yeah. I mean, Interslot is doing more than just a TV show. They've made their own indie publishing studio.
It's true.
Which is, a lot of people making indie publishing companies, which is awesome.
It's good.
You had that and Off-Brand,
Mm-hmm.
Ludwig's company.
Yeah.
They started an indie publishing company.
Yeah.
That's pretty sick.
I know.
More money to get
Indie
good
games.
indie games going down. It's pretty exciting. I almost wonder if they were waiting to see how Donkey's thing went before diving all in. Because I know people were really split when he announced that he was going to do that. People would be like, wah, 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 so.
Well, I'm excited for the indie game revolution. I know that at the start, they showed like the top 10 grossing games this year so
from
far.
Steam.
And 8 of them are indie.
Yep.
Which is amazing.
I mean, there's been like barely any AAA releases this year
that are
so
good,
far.
yeah.
Well, even like, what are other...
Helldivers.
I guess they're technically AAA. But that was in the top 10.
It was in top 10. That's one of the 2 technically AAA.
But what other AAA games have come out this year that you would compare them against?
Well, there was one more apparently in that list.
All right, Persona 3 Reload came out this year, and that was great.
That's AAA.
Yep. Atlas. I can't think of much else AAA games.
That was good.
Final Fantasy Rebirth didn't come out this year, right? That was last year?
Was it?
I think it might have come out this year, actually.
Last year? Or was it started?
I think it was beginning of this year.
I don't remember.
And people love that one, too.
Yeah.
But I think in terms of the PC crowd, not a lot of good AAA love.
No.
Recently.
Unless you count new season of Sea of Thieves. Sea of Thieves nuts fit in your mouth.
I think Sea of Thieves fans are always eating, so.
Yes, they are.
But I don't know how many of those.
A new update for No Man's Sky.
Yeah, I mean that.
Another one.
Another long,
big
service
update,
game. Yeah. So, that's pretty cool.
I know.
I mean, the more updates that it has, the more it makes me actually want to try the game.
It's multiplayer.
I know. That's a reason. So I'm interested in seeing how
I'd play.
Yeah, I don't know yet. I need to think on it.
Okay.
Know? I'm not as
buy it on sale. Let's do it.
Yeah, sure. If it goes on sale, ping me. All right. So here, I want to talk about something that actually really upset me. Right?
Okay.
Because
yes.
It's the Sonic X Shadow Generations. Right?
Yeah.
So
it did hit the nostalgia tingles a little bit.
Yeah. 2011 is when that game came out. And Sega knows that that's the only good Sonic game they've ever made. And you're like, oh, what about Sonic Mania? Sega didn't even make that. That was a fan, right? Yeah. It's the only good Sonic game they've made in decades.
Yeah.
And so they're deciding to add a Shadow campaign to it and then re-release it. So that pisses me off. Just make a good Sonic game.
But it's hard.
I guess.
Because no one wants Sonic to do... If you try and put Sonic in a ball in the real world, he's kind of lame.
In a ball?
Not even a ball. Sonic rolls in a ball. He is a ball.
He turns into a ball.
His powers are lame in the real world. They're sick on a 2D platformer, but they're kind of lame IRL.
Like 3D spaces every time. Yeah. What do you say?
Yeah, put him in a 3D space.
Most video game characters are lame in real life.
Okay, put Sonic in a 3D space, and he's pretty lame.
He's cooler than a medieval knight.
No. No, okay. He rolls. He's a ball. He's a hedgehog.
Yeah, all right. All right, I need to preface this. I am by no means a Sonic the Hedgehog fan.
I know.
I like Mania, and I like Generations, and that's about it.
Those are the only two I've played.
I like Sonic 3 as well, but that was a 90s game, right? Yeah. If you're talking about just a normal medieval knight, it's cooler than a blue hedgehog
a sword
that can go Super Saiyan with 7 Chaos Emeralds and do homing attacks. And
but canonically he's not very fast.
He's pretty fast.
But yeah, canonically he's not. Have you seen the Sonic movie?
Well, what do we consider? All right,
that's canon.
Even what Sonic did in the movies is cooler than a Medieval Knight.
It's not true.
I don't know how you can argue that.
Imagine riding a horse with a sword.
And also, Sonic has a game where he's literally a knight. So he takes that pie and he eats it for himself. You know, he's a knight and then some.
But he's a crappy blue hedgehog.
Sure.
Yeah.
He's cooler.
No.
Yeah.
No.
100%.
Dr. Eggman is cooler than Sonic.
All right, tell me some things that make the knight cooler than Sonic.
Well, let's not talk about a knight.
Yeah, because you got nothing.
Well, it's historical. It's different. Sonic the Hedgehog is in a different realm. Pick something similar to Sonic.
That's what you said the knight was cooler. No. You said the knight was cooler.
I personally feel like he is, but I don't have much to stand on that. Pick any other character in video game Sonic-esque format. Pick any Sega character.
I from Monkey Ball.
Yeah, he's great. Have you played Monkey Ball?
I love Monkey Ball.
It's so cool. Have you seen how the platforms move conceptually?
Well, that's not I. That's like I is a monkey in a ball.
Yeah, conceptually, take that is cool.
Yes.
It is a monkey who can walk around on a ball on moving platforms.
Yes.
That is cool.
Okay.
Now you have a blue hedgehog.
Who defined what cool was in the 90s? Yeah. Are you kidding me? For gamers? You kidding me? He had the attitude. He was like, Pac-Man?
Pac-Man.
He didn't have a personality.
He did. Wom, wom, wom.
You're just being a hater. Pac-Man is cooler than Sonic the Hedgehog. I could be
Sega
convinced.
All-Stars. All of them except Sonic.
You just don't like Sonic.
Sonic
do you like Shadow the Hedgehog then? He's cool. He has a gun in one of his games.
That is pretty cool. He's now a hedgehog with a gun.
Okay. Sonic has had a fall from grace. To be real, Sonic has had a fall from grace. He's not exactly seen as the coolest figure nowadays. He's not.
No.
But he's cooler than an...
Even Tails can fly.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, well, Sonic can run across water.
He can roll.
He can live in space.
He can roll. He's the base model. Yeah. He's the base model hedgehog.
Mm-hmm.
Every other one is cooler.
Sure. I'm not necessarily against that. But you're saying that a medieval knight is cooler than Sonic the Hedgehog.
You
want to avoid what you started with.
Stop. No, I never said that. I take it back. I never said that.
Would you like to apologize?
No. I would not.
But you took it back.
No, I'm not going to apologize.
But you took it back.
Basically
an apology.
I personally would rather play the Medieval Knight than a blue hedgehog in a 3D space.
You know, I can get behind you on that.
There we go.
Yeah, I can get behind you on that.
Okay, I appreciate that. As a platformer, though, I really enjoy Sonic. I just don't think he fits anywhere else.
As a I can get behind that. There's a finals update.
Woo!
Alan Wake 2 DLC. Haven't played Alan Wake.
It looks great though.
EA says it's still working on Skate 4, and we saw the trailer for it.
We did.
I played a lot of Skate 3.
I did too.
So if it was Skate 3, but like again, maybe better multiplayer,
first person,
online, like better online stuff, better
tricks, custom tricks.
Create your own tricks. Mm-hmm. I mean, the twin stick skating is awesome.
I'm excited. Awesome.
I mean, I'm excited. I'm cautiously optimistic. Is
it just PlayStation or is it everything?
No idea.
They didn't say.
They did not say. A new Hyperlight game. I don't know if you know Hyperlight Drifter, but
no.
But he was like an older indie icon. But new Hyperlight game, pretty cool. The people who made
new character skin for Honkai Star Rail.
You're right. That's the rest of the episode. Actually, we're just gonna talk about the Honkai Star Rail skin.
I'd rather not.
So, smash or pass?
Pass.
How old is this character?
I don't know. I really hope they're old enough.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I'm gonna be honest. I can't even remember.
They have a trend of putting underage people in weird situations. So.
Huh. Your brother plays that, right? Honkai Star Rail?
No.
What was the one he played?
Genshin.
He played Genshin? I thought he played Honkai.
No.
All right.
I don't know. I thought it was cringe. Was my answer.
That is fine. I can see it.
Is there anything else important?
Yeah, the last two things, in my opinion.
Okay.
Party Animals is getting a cart mode. This isn't the two big things. Party Animals getting a cart mode. Power World, biggest patch. I haven't even played Power World. Missed that train.
Still going.
Yeah, I mean, it's still going. There was a climbing game.
Oh, yeah, the
What is
climbing
that one?
simulator one. I want to say it's only up, but it's not only up because that's something completely different.
I cannot
Anyway,
find the name.
it's a climbing sim with a story.
Mhm.
It
was made
from the French. From the French.
Why can't I find the name of the developer? Ah! Can't find the name.
Frickin' French people. I love the
Anyway.
French.
Climbing game. It's made by people we know, but
Yes,
we can't remember at the
who
moment.
they are.
Excited because it's made by it's made. I know it's
By
made
the French.
by good people.
Yes,
I know it's made by good people.
I know, and I can't remember who they are.
Yeah, and then the final two things that I were super excited about was the Monster Hunter Wilds trailer and the Phantom Blade Zero trailer. Right, and Monster Hunter Wilds. I'm a big Monster Hunter guy. 100%. I love the direction they're taking it.
I own World, by the way. I looked at my
You own
I looked
World.
at my playlist and I
You have
own it. Yes, I've never played it.
You need to. All right, it's like that game nails progression, right?
Okay.
Because I love really good progression.
If I
games.
Install it tonight, will you teach me?
Yes, I
Okay.
will. If you installed it, I would play with you.
Okay.
Because I've been looking to get back into to play it before.
How is that compatible? Like low level with high level? Or
yeah. So
how does that work?
yeah, I mean you have there's literally in the game you can fire a distress beacon and like as a player you can go out and help SOS flares or whatever.
Like
and
Helldivers.
Kind of.
Interesting.
Yeah. So it's really cool.
Okay.
But it's the progression is you kill monsters, you
Yeah.
harvest their parts, you
Yeah.
make awesome weapons that look cool. Well, maybe not in the world look as cool, but you make cool looking weapons that are stronger, which makes you kill bigger monsters.
There guns in World?
Yes, so there are bow guns. So they're basically guns.
Okay, because
there's a light gun.
I saw the new trailer, and that looks sick.
Yeah, that was a heavy bow gun.
Okay.
And that is a weapon you can use in World. Okay. So it's like a big old machine gun.
Okay.
And there are different types of ammos you can use for it that have different sweet spots. There's a spread ammo. There's a pierce ammo. So if you have a really long snake-like monster, you can shoot a pierce ammo. It can go all the way down the monster.
I might be getting sold on this.
Yeah, so they're guns, but they're also close range weapons that look really cool. But kill monster, harvest parts, better weapons, bigger monsters, right? And this one is looking to be a bit more open world. I don't think it's going to be exactly open world, which I'm cool with. I think the large level systems and different environments treat the series right. The big thing from the game that we can see is you can swap between two different weapons.
I did see that
on the fly.
You can't do that otherwise?
No, you'd have to go back to tent to change your weapon. But the levels are not as big, so it's not really as big of a deal.
I gotcha. Okay.
But we saw a new Leviathan type monster. It was this big old worm. He shot little lightning stuff out of his face.
There's also a thing with like multiple heads that like.
Yeah. So I think that might be the flagship. I originally thought it was this monster called Elatrion, which is really sick because he has all four elements and stuff, and so he's a really fun fight. But I thought it was originally Elatrion. Looking into it a bit more, it seems to be the new flagship monster of the game. New monster. Very cool. Shoots lightning out of his horns. Looks like some other flagships monsters we've seen.
A horny monster.
Yes, it looks really sick.
Nice.
But I'm excited. My one wish for the game, is to not make the weapons look so realistic, because the world did that to a little bit of a detriment in previous Monster Hunter games. Like you could make dual blades that were like fans, or dual blades that like were a fire sword.
You want cool weapons.
Cool weapons. Yeah. Chunky. So and World was going super realistic.
Yeah.
So, but before that, like a low-level greatsword and a high-level greatsword could sometimes look the same, and it'll just replace like a little patch at the hill with.
Interesting.
So that's the one hope I have. Capcom, please put in cool weapons, and Zenogre, and Elatrion, and Kushala Daora, please, and Chameleos, and Teostra.
Keep going. Need more.
And let's see, who else? Oh, I really love Tobi-Kadachi. Put Tobi-Kadachi in that.
Phantom Blade Zero.
Big game. I'm liking it.
I think we already talked about it at the start, but
yes.
I really wish there was more gameplay. They had like 2 minutes. It wasn't much.
Okay, but you gotta think about this. All the trailers that they have shown, which, and by the way, there wasn't even really an announcement for this game beforehand.
Yeah, I know.
Have all been gameplay. It's literally, we've only seen gameplay. Which
Except
is
for Wukong.
Except, yeah, well, we're talking about Phantom Blade Zero.
I know.
Phantom Blade Zero.
Oh, sorry. I thought you were talking about the event.
No.
You're talking about
I'm talking about
yes, you're
Phantom
right.
Blade Zero.
Phantom Blade Zero has had a lot of gameplay.
Yeah, and it's only showing gameplay, which is so cool. And then
it's very nice,
gameplay
but there's
good.
no release date still, and there's really no story info. It's just gameplay, which is a great way to market your game, by the way.
With gameplay looking like that.
Yeah, with gameplay looking like that. I'm excited.
PlayStation exclusive, I think, too. Sorry.
Never mind.
I mean, it might come to PC later.
Yeah.
I doubt it for a while.
I doubt it.
But it looks really cool.
It looks great. I'll be watching someone play it.
Yeah. It looks really cool.
And then really wish I could.
Yeah.
Like, Ghost of Tsushima just came to PC.
Yeah.
And I'm going to pick it up and play it because that looks freaking sick.
Sweet. Yeah. What have you been playing? Like, now that you're done with Baldur's Gate, you 100% that.
Yeah, I want to play. I actually want 100% Kingdom Come Deliverance, the first one.
All right. Are you just on the 100% train now?
Yeah, right now I'm really on a 100% train. Obviously, I play War Thunder a lot. That's my MMO.
Yeah.
But outside of that, I'm kind of on a 100% train. I want 100% Frostpunk. I don't know if that means I want to get all of the achievements for it. I really just want to beat all of the scenarios with the highest difficulty and do them perfectly.
Yeah.
Is my goal there. Perfectly, as much as you can in Frostpunk. Yeah. But because Frostpunk 2 is coming out this year, I think.
Okay.
They released
what type of? I don't even know what Frostpunk is.
It's a city survival.
Okay.
So basically,
like State of Decay, Dying Light, like.
No, so it's not a hex or anything.
Okay.
So you have the central tower, which is a coal burning generator to give heat to all of your things. So it's actually you build in a circle around. So
city builder.
Yep, okay. City builder.
I gotcha.
But survival, because there's these storms that come and try and kill you, and it's great.
I gotcha.
Yeah.
Fun. Cool. Yeah, I'm playing like Binding of Isaac.
Yeah.
Dragon Quest 3. I've been playing
Dragon Quest. I really want to play Inquisition.
Well, that's a different series.
Not Dragon Quest.
Different series.
Oh my goodness. Cut it. Take it out.
No, that's it.
Take it out.
Different things. But Dragon Age Inquisition is good too.
Yeah, Dragon Age.
I own that too.
Oh goodness.
But I've been for some reason I had a dream about Dragon Quest. And then I've decided I want to like experience the series because I like JRPGs, and Dragon Quest is considered the grandfather.
Yeah.
So I played through Dragon Quest 1. I watched a video on Dragon Quest 2.
Yeah.
And decided it was just more Dragon Quest 1.
Yeah.
So I skipped that one, and now I'm playing Dragon Quest 3.
Fair enough.
And I'm probably gonna go play 3, 4, 5. Skip 6.
Okay.
Maybe skip 7 because that one's like over 150 hours or something crazy like that.
Okay.
And play 8. 9, and then 11 again.
Jeez.
10 is an MMO, only in Japan. 6, I've heard, is not the best one, and that's the same style as the previous 2.
Okay.
And 7's really long. I really want to play 8, and I played 11, but I want to play it again.
Okay.
With a newfound appreciation
for the whole series.
Exactly.
Understandable.
But we'll see how far I even get.
That's fair.
My big plans don't typically go as planned.
Yeah.
But we'll see.
Well, let's transition now.
Okay.
That was Summer Games Fest.
Yes, this year. But let's go back to the previous year.
I love this transition. We're gonna talk about Games of the Year.
Yes, but not this year.
Not this year. 1998 is where we're at.
Yeah, we talked about 97. Talked about GoldenEye 007.
Yep.
And I think we came to the conclusion shouldn't have won.
Yeah.
But we disagreed on which game should have taken it.
I guess we should specify that this is 97/98 because it's the end of the year, right?
Mm-hmm.
So this is going to be 98/99. Which, by the way, for both big game awards, the BAFTAs and DICE Awards, was The Legend of Zelda: Ocarina of Time.
You want me to say anything on that, or is
no?
That's it. Sorry, I don't know.
It's a great game. I do have. I'm gonna say there might be another game that takes it for me.
Okay.
That actually released, I believe, 2 days after Ocarina of Time, and that is the massive legacy of Half-Life 1.
All right, Half-Life's good.
Original Half-Life.
Original Half-Life's good.
Other than that, I don't think there's much else that came out that I would say would be Game of the Year material.
Well, hit me with some of them.
StarCraft 2.
Okay, that people love that.
Fallout 2.
Okay, people love that game.
The original Baldur's Gate. That's very niche.
That's especially at the time. That was super niche.
Metal Gear Solid.
The original?
Yes.
That's big.
I know. Resident Evil 2.
That was big for the time.
Xenogears for those fans.
Oh, from PlayStation 1? Listen, Xenogears was good. I promise Xenogears was good.
The original Tom Clancy's Rainbow Six.
Never played that one.
Marvel vs. Capcom.
Oh, the original?
Yep. Street Fighter Alpha 3.
That was good.
The
Alpha
original 3. Star Wars Rogue Squadron.
Okay.
Did that have a trailer?
No, not this Summer Game Fest. We're still waiting for Rogue Squad. Wait, didn't Rogue Squadron
Not Rogue
come
Squadron,
out?
sorry. They have an open world.
Oh,
Star
Outlaws.
Wars. Outlaws.
Yes, we forgot to talk about that.
Yeah.
Probably because
I'm not...
We've been bitten too much at this point.
I
It's
know.
like,
It's...
We've been burnt.
Make a good Star Wars game.
Please. Besides Jedi Fallen Order.
Which I didn't really like the second one, which people say is better.
I disagree.
I disagree. It just feels like more of the same game, and there's no Poncho, so
yeah,
it's
inherently worse.
It's inherently worse. I don't see many other things that are like.
Didn't Banjo-Kazooie come out?
Banjo-Kazooie did come out. That's at the top there. Banjo-Kazooie.
Yeah.
Which is big.
Mm-hmm. Well, big now, not in the...
Trespasser 2, a Jurassic Park game.
Jurassic Park game.
Yep.
I mean,
Tomb Raider 3.
I mean, isn't that the people say is the worst one, or is that 2? Out of the original
I do not
trilogy?
remember.
Well,
Wario Land 2.
Bomberman. 64?
No, Hero.
Oh.
I'm just saying things that I don't really think win. Need for Speed 3 Hot Pursuit. The one they remade. That was pretty meh. In like 2014.
Oh, I don't remember that.
I remember it coming out on PS3, or it was the start of the PS4.
PS3 probably. It was 2011.
No, 2014.
Oh, 2014? It's probably
I think it was 4.
PS4.
That's crazy. That's a long time ago.
Yeah.
Anyway, so as much as I love a lot of these games, the only one in my mind as a contender over Ocarina of Time is Half-Life.
Yeah, I don't even... To me, I mean, people were considering Ocarina of Time to be the best game of all time for literally 20 years after it came out.
See,
It still is probably in the top 5 of the IGN and GameSpot and all those lists. It's probably still there.
I think the problem that I just have is that I'm not a Zelda fan.
You don't need to be a Zelda fan to like it.
I mean, I've played it.
You've played it. Did you beat it?
I did.
You beat Ocarina of Time.
And I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When did you play it?
I was probably 10. I don't know.
Okay.
I was little.
Yeah. And it's a great game.
There's a lot of nostalgia. But looking back, I think the trouble that I have with a lot of those games, and maybe it's just Zelda in general, is I'm not a fan of the puzzles.
Okay.
Which is a lot of the game.
Yeah, I mean, I see the game more as collecting items and...
It is.
And, like, talking with NPCs and stuff.
Yeah.
So it might just be a different...
I also didn't really like Breath of the Wild.
That's okay.
I did like Tears of the Kingdom. Which I didn't finish because it's a long game.
Well, I mean, so you don't like Breath of the Wild, but you like Tears of the Kingdom.
Breath of the Wild just felt barren, if that's a good word for it.
Okay. And Tears of the Kingdom had more in it, too?
Yeah.
Okay.
It felt like it was an actual world.
I've never heard that opinion. So that's interesting. Because most people are like, you either hate both of them or love both of them.
Interesting. I just thought Breath of the Wild was empty. That's all.
I mean, I would never go back and play Breath of the Wild.
Exactly.
Now that Tears of the Kingdom's there.
Yeah.
Well,
Tears of the Kingdom is 100% better. Okay, this isn't Ocarina of Time. Ocarina of Time is good. I think it would be one of the best sellers if they actually remastered it.
I don't think so at this point.
You don't think so?
No, I don't think so.
The nostalgia crowd and just the Zelda fans?
No, I don't think so.
Because
the game, all right, if it was for $30,
well, they should for $30.
This Nintendo's not going to do that for $30.
Nintendo.
Yeah.
Okay.
No,
but hear me out. Okay.
Yeah.
So. Okay.
It would need to be all right. It would need to be a double pack with Majora's Mask. Then it would be a bestseller. That's probably. If it was the remastered Switch like double packs, that would be a bestseller.
Yeah. Okay.
I don't think anything beats the legacy of Ocarina of Time.
Okay. But let's be more objective. Than just objective here. So
one of the best adventure games to come out, especially for that decade.
Yes, but Half-Life was one of the best story games to come out.
Mm-hmm.
Especially for that decade.
Yeah,
even now, it's one of the best story games to come out.
Mm-hmm.
It's a bit short on the story side, but
when I play that game, though, I still feel it's like, yeah, this was definitely a tech demo. Which it was. You can't disagree with that.
The trouble is, I think you're right. It's a demo for the Source engine.
Mm-hmm.
But the Source engine is also just that good.
It's good.
That their demo for the engine is one of the most beloved game series.
Yeah. Here, if it was Half-Life 2, I would think about it way harder.
I know.
But for me, Half-Life 1...
Mm-hmm. I think the trouble I have is they went and did Half-Life 1, and then they had a fan team remake it as Half-Life Black Mesa, which I've played more than the original, obviously, because it looks better.
Yeah.
Which could be tinting my view. I don't remember what the game looks like.
I mean, the original was pretty clunky.
I just remember the story. I just remember the story.
No, the story's good.
And the story's great. Okay. Now I need to look at what it looks like.
Yeah, I mean, exploration... Ocarina of Time did exploration in a way where it was basically an open world game for the people at the time.
It doesn't look that bad.
No, it doesn't look that bad.
I mean, the doctor looks like he just has a JPEG on his face here.
He probably, I mean,
it probably is just a JPEG on his face. Here, put the doctor right here on my screen.
Mm-hmm. So
he's got a JPEG for a face. But
I'll give it up to Half-Life, but it's not being Ocarina of Time.
I suppose you're right. I don't even think it's really a debate, right? Ocarina of Time wins that year. It looks nice.
I hate the Ocarina of Time's the best game people as much as the next guy, okay? But out of that year...
It looks nice. It doesn't look like a JPEG.
That's the 3DS version.
Oh, is it?
That you showed me the 3DS version.
No, I have no clue. Which one is the...
It was on the N64.
Oh, shoot. Let me pull it up. Stop.
This guy just showed me the 3DS version.
There we go. This one.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry, this is the one that I played.
They're both the same amount of ugly.
They're both the same amount of ugly, but it doesn't look like a JPEG. It kind of
does look like a JPEG.
Take it back. The castle's cool.
Yeah. Hey, I mean, it's... In terms of exploration, it did exploration in a way that games hadn't really done before.
I know.
Especially in a 3D space. I mean, you could technically say like top-down games did that, but in a 3D space, it kind of nailed it in terms of, yep, there he is, pointy nose.
Pointy nose Link.
Yep. Elf Link.
Elf Link, for real. No, I think Ocarina of Time takes it.
Good job, BAFTA and DICE.
And DICE. Well done. You chose the right game.
You chose the right ones.
We'll give you it this time.
Yeah, but 0 for 1 or 1 for 1. Or 1 for 2.
1 for 2.
1 for 2.
Didn't really
keep track.
Didn't really like the GoldenEye one, but we'll see.
Yeah, I mean the GoldenEye one's understandable, but
it's understandable.
Still didn't.
We couldn't agree on which one it was, but we both said it wasn't GoldenEye. So
sorry.
Oops.
Great. Well,
I think that's everything we had to talk about today.
I know. We got a lot of stuff looking forward to. Xbox Showcase.
Yep.
I know there is a Nintendo Direct this year. It's going to be the worst thing ever.
Yeah.
Just because it's going to be a failure year until the Switch 2 comes out.
Yeah.
Or whatever they call it. But
they said it's not a Switch.
They said it's a Switch successor.
Well, it's the next one, but they said it wasn't a Switch.
Yeah. So we'll see whatever it is, right? I have my theories. But
game theories.
and maybe
Next episode.
Yeah, and dude, what that means for like what games are going to come out is,
we don't need to get into that.
We'll get into it later. But I'm Kay, this is Micah. Thanks for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Follow us on all the places where we put our things
in the description.
In the description below. Thank you. Have a good one.